Continues tonight at Harmon Field, and the Van Wert Cougars stand in the way. It's WBL football, and it's yours next on Game Face Ohio. Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Harmon Field, where tonight the Wapakoneta Redskins will host the Van Wert Cougars. I'm Dan Hirn, along with Paul Sadler, and we welcome you into the Minster Bank pregame show. Cougars coming to tonight's ball game 3-5 and 3-4 inside the Western Buckeye League under the direction of Keith Recker in his third season at the helm of the Cougars. And Paul, this is a team that could very easily have a better record than it does right now.
Yeah, they are indeed an improved team. Van Wert has 3 wins this year, but they've had close to more. They've had 2 last-minute heartbreaking losses, week 1 versus Bryan and a few weeks ago against Bath. But with 3 wins, the Cougars have already eclipsed their win total from the previous 3 seasons combined, having a dismal 2-28 record from the 2011-13 seasons. In fact, since the 2000 team that finished as state runner-up, Van Wert only has 2 winning seasons, the most recent 10 years ago. But third-year head coach Keith Recker has brought about this improvement by emphasizing the ground games on both sides of the ball. The Cougars are 3rd in rushing the ball offensively in the Western Buckeye League and 2nd in defending the rush.
They are coming off a 45-14 win over Defiance, a game in which they rushed for nearly 450 yards on the ground. And one of the key guys in that rushing game is Justice Tussing.
Yes, the junior is one of only 3 players in the WBL to average over 100 yards a game rushing. He's also 3rd in the WBL with 9 rushing touchdowns, and he had his best game last week against Defiance with 274 yards. Along with quarterback Colin Smith, the Cougars represent an impressive 2-headed rushing attack out of the zone read option. It'll be interesting to see if the Cougars can find a chink in the armor of this top-ranked Wapak defense that's only given up 1 rushing touchdown all year.
The Redskins are 8-0 and 7-0 inside the Western Buckeye League under the direction of first-year head coach Travis Moyer. And Paul, they're coming off a 24-7 win over St. Mary's.
Yeah, and that featured 5 takeaways in the second half against the Rough Riders. Wapak's in clear control at the top of the WBL, can clinch a share of the title tonight with a win this week or a Kenton loss to Salina. They're also firmly entrenched in the top spot in the Division III Region 10 playoff system and appear to be a near lock to host a playoff game. Coach Travis Moyer his team is also getting state recognition as the AP has them ranked as the top 4 team in the state.
One of the strengths of this Redskin team is that they have some players on both sides of the ball that can make big plays, and one of those guys is Cameron Locke.
Yeah, this lightning-quick, hard-nosed junior isn't the biggest player at 5'9", but all he does is make big plays. He has touchdowns rushing, receiving, and he also has a 99-yard interception return touchdown, which we'll see right here against Bath, with a little serpentine return going all over the field. He's a 2-way starter, but he's at his best as a cornerback on the top-ranked defense. Last week against St. Mary's, he had an interception and a fumble recovery. On the season, he has 3 interceptions and done a tremendous job covering the WL's best wide receivers. He's also among the league leaders in punting, punt returns, and even has a blocked field goal.
This this Van Wert team comes into tonight's ball game, as we mentioned, 3-5, as we take a look at the keys to the game for this visiting team.
Yeah, the keys to Van Wert, they need to play with some confidence. You know, one of the things to believe in you're going to be a better team is to be able to compete with the big boys at the top of the WBL, and this is going to be one of them. Also need to make sure they stop the run and sustain their own drives.
On the other side of the field, the keys for the Redskins look like this.
And they need to win the turnover battle and the line of scrimmage, and they need to play, Coach Moyer thinks, play a little bit more disciplined football and really contain those cutback lanes.
Well, the opening kickoff is coming up as we wrap up the Minster Bank pregame show. Stay tuned. It's high school football, and it's yours next on Game Face Ohio.
TSC can save you money.
How?
TSC can save you money with Emerge.
What's Emerge?
The Emerge bundle plan. TSC will merge your phone, cable TV, and internet into one nice, neat package to save you money.
How much money?
A boatload. The Emerge bundle plan, only from TSC.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green.
Welcome to TSC Touchdown Friday, brought to you by Telephone Service Company, G.A. Windsor & Son, Stolly Insurance, Owen Kitchen and Bath, Frost Roofing, Minster Bank, Astro Lanes, United Way of Allglaze County, Finkelmeyer Insurance Agency, and the Wapakoneta Family YMCA.
Welcome back to Harmon Field for the start of tonight's ball game. The Wapakoneta Redskins won the toss and have elected to defer, so we'll take a look at Coach Recker's offense as the Cougars will start the ball game with the ball. Tristan Meyer has it teed up, and he is ready to kick it away as we take a look at the weather forecast. And it should be a good night for football.
And Dan, we actually have a different kicker instead of, we have Alex Gornell kicking off.
Good catch, Paul. Foot is into it. It'll be fielded inside the 10-yard line, back across the 15 to the 20, and up the near sideline. A good return here across the 40, still on his feet, and finally brought down near midfield. And strong starting field position for the Cougars to open tonight's ball game.
And that's just what they needed, as we see trotting onto the field here for Van Wert. Offense led by Colin Smith, a junior, number 8. What can hurt you, kind of a dual threat quarterback, runs the ball pretty well. Second in the team in rushing, has 561 yards rushing, only completing 46% of his passes though.
He will line up in the shotgun with 2 receivers to his right, 1 to the far side left on a 1st down and 10 from the 49-yard line of the Redskins. Smith will keep it under all kinds of pressure, and he's going to lose yards back inside his own 40 to the 37-yard line, and a huge play on 1st down for the Wapakoneta defense.
Yeah, it looks like they might have been trying to set up some sort of middle screen, maybe a shuffle pass there, and the Redskins were all over it, so definitely not how you want to start with the first play.
Well, they'll give him a favorable spot to the 39-yard line, but still a big loss on 1st down for the Cougars as they fail to take advantage early of that great field position that they open this drive with.
And we're going to credit Corey Crawford there with his 2nd sack on the year for the Redskins.
Smith again out of the shotgun with 3 receivers to his right. He fakes the handoff, and then he's going to be sacked for a loss back to the 47.
Nice play there by Shane Line. Here's the offensive line. A little change in here. Ethan Williams, the normal center, is hurt, and Dylan Bear stepping in. Going to be starting both ways tonight for the Cougars. And their skill players, Justice Tussing, as we talked about before, one of the leading rushers in the Western Buckeye League.
And you mentioned, Paul, that this this Cougars team comes in 3rd in the conference in rushing. So.
And they have a couple different guys that can do it, but they got to avoid negative plays like they did in that first play. And again, it's a pretty young team, only starting 3 seniors.
Well, and the way that this offense operates is the Cougars take a timeout here on a 3rd down and forever. They are not equipped to overcome a 3rd down and 21. We'll take a break here. When we come back, more from Harmon Field. No score. 10:23 remaining first quarter. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Minster Bank is celebrating 100 years of serving our local communities.
We are proud of our past and we look forward to a promising future.
Thanks for the opportunity to help our local businesses grow.
Thanks for letting us serve you past banking hours.
Thanks for letting us serve you and getting to know you personally.
Through our private wealth management department, we provide trusted investment advice.
Minster Bank's success and longevity is truly a testament to the communities and the customers that we serve.
Thanks for 100.
Timeout taken by the Cougars as they face a 3rd down and 21 as we take a look at the defense for the Redskins. And a formidable group.
And we've already been introduced to Shane Line with the tackle last play, and Crawford with the sack on the first play.
Cougars come to the line of scrimmage on this 3rd down and 21. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And Smith working out of the shotgun with Tussing back there with him. And they line up and drop it off to Tussing, but it is read perfectly by Shane Line, who shuts that play down and forces the 4th down.
And Shane Line, we've talked about him all year long. At his best on the pass rush, but he's showing you how versatile he can be with a stop on the read option on 2nd down and then reading the middle screen on 3rd down.
Here's the linebackers for this Wapak defense.
Very talented group. Cockrell, leading tackler for this group.
And the secondary looks like this. Under pressure, the kick is away. It will hit at the 35-yard line and be down by the Cougars there at the 36. So the Wapak offense out onto the field now.
Yeah, not really good when your punt only travels a yard past where the 1st down would have been. So obviously not a productive drive for the Van Wert Cougars. Here we see Cody Morgan trotting on to the field for the Redskins. Again, he is the leading quarterback in terms of quarterback ranking in the Western Buckeye League.
They will come to the line of scrimmage, 1st down and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Morgan under center. Here's the handoff, and Metz brings it to the near side of the field across the 40. He'll be pulled down from behind. Across the 45, close to a 1st down. Looks like he has it at the 47.
Yeah, touchdown saving tackle by freshman Jacoby Kelly. There you see the offensive line for the Redskins. Corey Crawford, again, a 2-way player, and Blake Fenning, a standout, as well as Will Rankin.
And a look at the skill players.
Keaton Metz on that carry right there. We'll be calling his name a lot, as well as John Eaton gets a lion's share of carries as well.
4 receivers to choose from for Morgan here on 1st down. He will lob it out left side, caught by Henderson. He escapes one man and gets across midfield to the 41-yard line on the Cougar side.
And that's the 21st catch on the year, leading the way for the Redskins for Henderson. Coming into the game, this Cougar defense, as we're taking a look at right there, actually comes in pretty stout against the run, as they are 2nd in rushing defense, but they are tied for the last against the pass. And there you see the linebacking core as well, led by Evan Williams.
Morgan out of the shotgun again. 3 receivers to his right. He'll keep it himself and finds a hole on the right side down to the 35-yard line. And Morgan has been efficient all year long running the ball. As you look at the secondary.
Secondary is led by Ryan Stoller, a junior. He leads the team in tackles and actually has 3 interceptions as well. And he's actually 3rd in the Western Buckeye League overall in tackles.
So a 2nd down and 5 coming up now as the Redskins go with only one receiver wide to the right. It'll be Henderson with the carry. He's hit in the backfield and spun down as he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And there's going to be 4-year letterman Chandler Adams able to hold on and take down Henderson.
So maybe a yard in the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. And both of these teams, Paul, want to be in these 3rd down and short situations.
Yeah, and ideally you'd like to be a little bit more than 3rd and 4, but given the situation where you're at and field position, this is going to be probably 4 down territory anyway. So, definitely thinking 2 plays to get here as you see a trade there with the tight end and wing.
Morgan will turn and hand off to Metz. He has a big opening to the left side, inside the 30 to the 25, stiff arm, and wrestled down out of bounds as he gets down to the 13-yard line.
Big gainer there for Metz, going for the 2nd time this drive off the left-hand side. This time they started off by trading, which changes the strength of the defense, and you can see right here he's able to get to the outside, and with his speed is able to get to the edge and gets them right on the doorstep of scoring some points.
Ball at the 13-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Redskins. First scoring threat for either team tonight. Here's Metz, left side again, inside the 10. He's wrestled down as he gets to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, same play again. Coach Morris saw something that he liked, and I really like football coaches that, hey, we don't need to get fancy. This has been pretty effective for us. Let's continue to go back to it until they show that they can stop it.
So the carry on 1st down picks up 6, 2nd down and 4 coming up. And Morgan will bring the play in from the sideline.
Again, this is a battle of strength versus relative strength. The 2nd-ranked rushing attack of the Wapak Redskins against the 2nd-ranked rushing defense of the Cougars.
Morgan, handoff, Eaton to the right. He gets little or nothing off the right side, maybe down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Gavin Cross completely unblocked on that play. Eaton had no chance. The 2-way starter for the Van Wert defense actually didn't play football last year as a basketball player, and Coach Recker's very pleased that he came out.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Recker before the game, and he talked about the improvement that young man has made from the beginning of the season till now. 2 receivers to the left and a man in motion across the backfield. That's Metz. That puts 3 guys wide to the left, and Morgan will keep it himself. He's inside the 5, and he will scoot into the end zone for a touchdown.
And great strength right there. Gavin Ferkel was there to make the play, which would have been right up at the line of scrimmage. And Cody Morgan, as we've mentioned before, is a pretty powerful runner for a quarterback, and he's able to scamper into the end zone for his 4th touchdown of the season.
So Morgan will hold now on the extra point attempt as Meyer will line up to kick it through. There's the hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. 6:47 remaining here in this opening quarter, and the Redskins open up a 7-0 lead. You are watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
64-yard scoring drive for the Wapakoneta Redskins. Ended with a 6-yard Cody Morgan touchdown run and gives the Redskins a 7-0 lead as they are set to kick it away back to the Cougars.
Meyer back in to handle kickoff duties.
He puts the foot into it, and it will hit at about the 11 where it's fielded. Back up across the 20. This time not quite as good of a return for the Cougars to start this drive, so they'll start their own 21-yard line.
Had excellent coverage there by the Redskins. Puts them right about the 20-yard line. 30-yard difference in field position from the first drive to the second drive. However, the Cougars were unable to capitalize on the great field position. In fact, they actually went backwards last drive. We'll see if they can rally here with a good drive.
They come out with a 4 wide receiver set, 3 to the right. And Smith in the shotgun. He will hand off to Tussing, who is hit nearly immediately, and he has lost of a yard on the play.
And Coach Recker was really concerned about that defensive front, and that time both Crawford and Hartman were right there right away for a loss of 1. Again, Tussing comes in, as one of the leading rushers, and for them to be competitive and have a chance to win this game, they're going to have to be able to establish themselves on the ground. Now, they're going to do a lot of zone blocking and a lot of zone option, which is usually going to leave one of those guys unblocked, and you got to trust on Colin Smith to make the right decision.
And that ball is going to be picked off, going the other way and into the end zone for a touchdown is big number 53, Corey Crawford.
Corey Crawford, the big two-way junior, was one of the captains for the coin toss, and he delivers in a big way on the defensive end with a birthday present or a Halloween treat, if you will, this time of year. Perfectly set up, throwing it right to him. I'm not even sure who was throwing to on that screen pass, but Corey Crawford with a touchdown. What a tremendous play for the big lineman.
So the defensive score and the extra point gives the Redskins a 14-0 lead with just under 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Come out to Astro Lanes in the Loft Bar and Grill, where you can find great food, good drinks, fun games, and of course, bowling. Astro Lanes, a great place to spend some spare time.
Redskins set to kick it off after the 15-yard interception return for a touchdown by Corey Crawford. That gives them a 14-0 lead. And so far for the Cougars, not a lot going right offensively.
This has been disastrous for them so far. Good field position that they go backwards on. Haven't been able to run the ball in the short sample size they've had, and then an interception return for a touchdown.
Kelly will field this one at the 16-yard line. He cuts it back to the near side, and he'll go down near the 30-yard line. Jacoby Kelly on the return for the Cougars. So the Cougars offense gets to go back out onto the field.
And I would really look for, Coach Recker's like, you know what, we've tried to pass the ball a couple times and it's not gone well. What we really excel at is running the football. Let's really commit to try to do that well and try to establish something. We have a fairly big offensive line. Let's see what we can do and get some movement.
Smith rolls out to the near side, lobs it upfield, and it goes in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. And I believe that was number 6. That is Salcido.
Yeah, and again, so it shows how much I know as they go right to the air on first down and try to get Smith's confidence back after he threw his 7th interception on the season.
So after the incomplete pass to Salcido on the near side, they will hand it off to Tussing, who finally gets a little bit of an opening and gets up to the 34-yard line. High school football in Game Face Ohio we have two games per week now. The feature game, which will air the night of the game at 11 p.m., and then our bonus game, which this week will be St. Mary's. And they are hosting OG this week. And that will air on Sunday, the Sunday after the game at 6 p.m. So, and then multiple opportunities to catch those games on the Game Face Ohio channel. Tussing in motion out to the near side, and they will lob it out to him. He makes the catch near the 40, and he'll pick up the first down of the night for the Cougars to the 41-yard line.
But I tell you what, that was good closing by Henderson right there, because Tussing had a little bit of room. If he was able to get his numbers squared up at the sidelines, could have been a big play. Otherwise, what they did was they moved him in motion, as we can see here for the replay, but Henderson able to close that gap immediately. It is a first down for the Cougars, their first down of the game, and maybe they can get a little bit of confidence going now.
They will line up now with 3 receivers to the left side, and Smith will again work out of the shotgun on first down. 5 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Smith with time, fakes the pass. Now he looks like he's going to run it to the near side. He'll get across the 45 to the 46 before he skips out of bounds. It'll pick up of about 4 yards.
And Steinke right there to be able to help push him out of bounds. I'm really impressed of the closing speed of this Redskin defense. There's been some gaps. In fact, right before we did the promo, it looked like there was a big running gap for Tussing to be able to run through, and all of a sudden it just got closed very, very quickly.
So Smith again in the shotgun on a 2nd down and 6. And they hand it off to Tussing, who is shut down immediately in the backfield for a loss back to the 42-yard line. I think Will Rankin buried Tussing back there.
Normally just an offensive player.
There's another look at the schedule for the airing of the feature ball game. And remember, Sunday, we normally have our ball game on Sunday at 10 a.m., but this week, because of NFL football in London, we're going to have our feature game broadcast on Fox Lima at 1 o'clock on Saturday.
Can't believe that the NFL is bumping us.
It's hard to believe. Smith fires it left side where it's caught behind the line of scrimmage, and maybe a yard on the play. Not much there for Keegan Hardman.
Yeah, Hardman there with his 9th catch on the year, but not a whole lot going. So a little bit of a promising drive stalls out for the Cougars.
4th down and 8 coming up. And this Wapak defense has impressed week in and week out with what they've been able to do. They were able to shut down St. Mary's last week, held them to 107 yards of offense. And they get good pressure again on the punter. It'll hit in Wapak territory and roll inside the 35 down to the 31-yard line.
And Wapak kind of fortunate there wasn't a flag there. Shane Line did bump into the punter a little bit. Wasn't terrific contact, but definitely I've seen worse called.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, the center can't block anybody. The center cannot block anybody.
3:28 remaining here, first quarter. And there you see the schedule for the broadcast of our bonus game, and that's going to be St. Mary's and OG this week. Available on the Game Face Ohio channel on TSC.
And also through our YouTube channel.
Right. Morgan will keep it himself as he fakes the handoff to Locke and then takes it off the left side for a couple of yards up to the 34-yard line.
Nice tackle there by a sophomore, Evan Williams, the 2nd leading tackler for this Cougar defense. Again, the Cougar defense comes in fairly good against the run. So, they've had a couple things go against them. Wapak went right down the field on the first drive. They give up another touchdown without even getting on the field. So we'll see if they're able to slow this right now Redskin machine down.
Keaton Metz wide to the right. And the handoff will go to Locke, who finds some space. And the serpentine running style of Cameron Locke pays off here as he goes down the right sideline and into the touchdown.
He is one of the fastest, most exciting players in the Western Buckeye League. Only his second rushing touchdown, but again, as our player to watch at the top of the broadcast, he is a threat to make a play whenever he touches the football. On defense, he makes plays. An incredible athlete and football player, and it's getting ugly early, Dan.
Yep. Not what Coach Recker wanted to see here for the Cougars, as Meyer is out to attempt his third extra point of the night. That one, like the other two, is up and good. 21-0 in favor of Wapakoneta with 2:38 remaining here in the first, and you're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
For over 100 years, the Stolly Insurance Team has been looking out for you.
We have access to major insurance companies all over the country.
And together, we can customize an insurance program that will offer you the best coverage for the best premiums.
Let us look out for you. Give us a call for a personalized proposal today.
Proudly featuring Motorist Insurance, Stolly Insurance in Lima, Walpock, Salina, and Lakeview. Representing Motorist Insurance Group and other fine insurance companies. Stolly Insurance.
We are state of the art.
We are professional.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day. We are service you can trust.
We are here for you.
With custom fabrication, a variety of roofing options, and exceptional roofing knowledge and expertise, Frost Roofing is committed to providing top-notch quality service on every project. To learn more, visit us online at frost-roofing.com and follow us on social media.
A two-play 69-yard drive for the Wapakoneta Redskins, featuring a 66-yard run by Cameron Locke for the touchdown. Puts them ahead 21-0 as Meyer is out to kick it away again.
You know, one of the more surprising things is Locke, that's only his 22nd rush on the year. Again, he's a very exciting player.
And Kelly will field it at the 19-yard line. He is out to the 30 to the 32-yard line. And this kick return unit for the Cougars has had more work than any other unit on their team so far. Their offense will come back out onto the field. First down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
So Walpock coming in as advertised, only giving up 7.4 points a game on defense. Number one against the rush, number one against the pass, living up to every one of those rankings.
Tussing up the middle, he will get across the 35 to the 36. Gain of 4 on first down.
Yeah, we're going to call Crawford's name on the tackle there in his more traditional role with just a regular tackle. He's not scoring touchdowns this time.
Right. I'm sure he didn't mind that at all.
No, I'm sure Corey did not mind that at all.
So a second down and 6 coming up for the Cougars, as they will try to string together some positive plays offensively. They have not had too many in a row so far tonight. Smith again out of the shotgun. And able to shovel pass up the middle. That ball loose at the 40-yard line, but that incomplete pass.
And kind of an interesting design right there. You had the zone read, so he's really got 3 options. He can give the ball, he can keep the ball, or he can throw the shuffle pass. That time he opts for the shuffle pass, and the one positive thing about that is if you mix connections, it is an incomplete pass.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he was trying to connect with Evan Williams on that play. As it sits, third down and 6. Handoff Tussing up the middle of the field. He'll get to the 40, and that'll leave them a couple of yards short of a first down. Actually spot that at the 39-yard line or just outside of it, so 4th down and 3 coming up.
Yeah, we'll see Coach Recker going to make a decision. Thought about it a little bit, but here comes the punt team.
Yeah, hard to call for the offense to stay on the field as the way that they've struggled so far tonight in a 4th and 3 situation, especially on your own side of the 50.
And you got Cameron Locke deep.
Kick is away. High kick, hits at the 34-yard line and takes a Wapak bounce and will be spotted at the 36-yard line. So the Redskins will have decent field position to start their next possession. Already in command of this game, 21-0. Just 58 seconds remaining in this first quarter, and I'm sure that the Van Wert Cougars can't wait for this quarter to be over.
Yeah, this has not been a very good visit here to Wapak so far, 1 quarter in.
Out comes the Redskin offense. Morgan will be under center this time. Eaton and Metz in the backfield behind him, and Henderson off to the left. Morgan rolls out. He's rolling, fires it upfield, and it is caught by the tight end Smith across midfield down to the 47-yard line of the Cougars.
And truthfully, the Cougars are probably a little bit lucky there as Smith hauls in his 9th pass of the year. It was a very slow developing play, and they actually had them outnumbered. There's guys open right away where Henderson was wide open initially. No one was on Smith initially. As the play developed, Van Wert was able to catch up, so at least they could make the play after the catch.
They spotted at the 46-yard line, so 1st down and 10 for the Redskins. Handoff, and it's Locke. Eaton out to the left side, and he'll get to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, nice block play there on the left-hand side by Rankin and Fenning. Eaton unable to really get rid of that one last guy that would have resulted in a really big play.
So the ball at the 40-yard line, 2nd down and 4 coming up with under 30 seconds to play here, first quarter. And it looks like the Redskins will let this first quarter expire. After 1 quarter of play, Wapakoneta in control, 21-0. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Strength is about so much more than the body. It's about being together, serving, sharing, and caring for those around us. It's about keeping score in the heart rather than on a scoreboard. Be a part of a community that builds more than your body. At the Wapakoneta Family YMCA.
For the start of the second quarter, the Redskins with the ball at the Van Wert 40-yard line. And the Redskins have done a lot of things well so far in this ball game. Defensively, they have a touchdown, a couple of nice runs offensively.
Well, so far, just utter domination. Van Wert only has 6 total yards on 14 plays through that first quarter, compared to Wapak that has 156 yards on 12 plays.
3 receivers to the right, and Morgan back to pass. He rolls out to the near side, still looking under pressure. He's going to be forced out of bounds at the 45-yard line, which is going to bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Morgan got pushed out of bounds there. Instead of making a risky throw back to the middle, because Henderson did get a little bit open, but would have been a very tough pass, rolling to your right, throwing against your body to the middle. No reason, especially with the 21-0 lead, to really do something that risky, and Morgan making a smart decision, even though it did result in a loss of a couple yards.
3 receivers out there now, 2 to the left and 1 to the right. as Morgan again works out of the shotgun. 3rd down and 9, and some motion on the offensive line as they had a little bit of.
Yeah, unfortunately, the tight end Jared Smith just moved a little bit early right there. We'll mark him back another 5 yards. The Redskins actually are one of the fewer penalized teams in the Western Buckeye League. They're ranking 3rd in fewest penalties compared to Van Wert coming in, who's the 2nd most flagged team in the Western Buckeye League.
3rd down and 14 now. Locke lines up wide to the left. Metz in a slot inside him, and Henderson out to the near side right. And Morgan with all kinds of time fires it out left side where it's caught by Locke. He slips his tackler and gets inside the 30-yard line, still on his feet at the 25, finds the near sideline, 15, and drugged down at the 10-yard line.
Cameron Locke only his 9th reception on the year, but he makes them count. Pretty nice pass by Morgan. Locke was not wide open, but once he gets the ball, if he just needs a little bit of space, he can make plays. As we can see this tail end, again, he loves that cutback, and he's going to use that speed to be able to try to find some sort of angle and corner, and it resulted in an extra about 15 yards.
Ball at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for the Redskins. It's Henderson on the carry. He goes to the left side, on his feet inside the 5, dives forward to the 3-yard line.
And when things don't really go well for you, things like that happen. Andy Hammond had him dead to rights and wasn't able to make the play. And what should have been a loss on the play a little bit for the Redskins turns into a play that gets him down to the 3.
2nd down and goal now. And Morgan will be under center this time. Eaton and Metz in the backfield behind him. Handoff Metz going left side, and he is rolled over to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, kind of interesting way he got tackled there by Stoller. He actually hit him about 1.5 yards before, but because he kind of tackled him going forward and did a somersault over top of him, he actually got really close to the goal line.
Right. So a 3rd down and goal coming up for Wapakoneta.
And you're about as close as you can be without actually scoring right there.
Right. Morgan under center. And he will hand it off to Metz, who will go off the left side for the touchdown. First touchdown of the night for Keaton Metz.
Yeah, and Metz not used to running that short of amount, but that is his 8th rushing touchdown of the year, 11th overall, one of the leaders in the Western Buckeye League coming in, and the Redskin faithful has got it going on.
Meyer out to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Morgan. His kick is up, and it is good. 28-0 in favor of the Redskins here in the 2nd quarter, and you are watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green.
TSC can save you money. How? TSC can save you money with Emerge.
What's Emerge?
The Emerge Bundle Plan. TSC will merge your phone, cable TV, and internet in one nice, neat package to save you money.
How much money?
A boatload. The Emerge Bundle Plan, only from TSC.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
28-0 in favor of the Redskins. Their last possession, an 8-play, 63-yard drive. That ended with a Keaton Metz 1-yard run. That drive also included a 41-yard catch by Cameron Locke that really set up that goal line opportunity. And that ball loose and recovered by the Redskins at the 22-yard line. So if it can go wrong for the Cougars tonight, it has gone wrong. Landon Hall comes up with the fumble as Jacob Kelly coughed that one up at the 20-yard line as he was hit on the return.
You're exactly right. You know, what could go wrong has gone wrong. There you can see Kelly, the freshman, getting hit right away. Is that Ambrose that was knocked it loose? And as you're right, Landon Hall able to jump on it for the Redskins.
I believe you're right, Paul. It was Ambrose. So Ambrose with a big play on senior night. Morgan with the ball again. And the pitch going to be stopped for a loss back outside the 25 of the 28-yard line.
Yeah, well defended there by Caleb Jenkins. Came up and read that right away. A rare negative play for the Redskins.
So the ball now back at the 26-yard line, brings up a second down and 14. So first real positive play for the Cougars defense right there. Morgan will come out now. He has Cameron Locke on his hip in the backfield and 3 receivers to choose from. He is back to pass, fires it left side, caught by Henderson. Inside the 15 to the 12-yard line and should have another first down.
Yeah, that's Henderson's second catch on the game, and Morgan getting a chance to be able to feel comfortable and showing his accuracy as the Redskins kind of have the entire playbook at their disposal. There you see just a nice little out route. Henderson, we've seen before, be able to break that tackle, but a nice form tackle by Kelly there to prevent Henderson from getting into the end zone.
They're going to mark that one all the way down to the 11-yard line. 2 receivers out here to the right, 1 to the left. And Morgan back to pass. Fires it left corner of the end zone, caught by Henderson, who did a fantastic job of making that catch and planting the feet.
And Morgan was looking for Henderson all the way. Only the second touchdown reception for the senior to senior there on senior night, as you mentioned before. And the Redskins, a mere 15 minutes into this game, are about to take a 35-0 lead, Dan.
Meyer is out to attempt the extra point. He's getting a lot of work tonight as well. That one is up, and just like the rest is good. 9:01 left in this half, and the Redskins now with a 35-0 lead. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Come out to Astro Lanes in the Loft Bar and Grill, where you can find great food, good drinks, fun games, and of course, bowling. Astro Lanes, a great place to spend some spare time.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Well, the fumble on the previous kickoff return leads to a 11-yard touchdown pass from Morgan to Henderson, a 3-play, 22-yard drive that has now pushed the Redskin lead to 35-0. Meyer puts the foot into it. It'll be fielded by Kelly at the 12. Nope, excuse me, that was Tussing on the return. He gets across the 20 up to the 24-yard line. So Justice Tussing on the return.
And again, as I mentioned before, I am very, very impressed with the cover skills of the Redskins, how first of all, Meyer's able to put the ball basically at the same place every single time to really force teams to return the ball in the one hash. I mean, that's such an advantage for them.
They put it at the 24-yard line. And the Cougar offense that has struggled to put up anything positive against this stout Wapakoneta defense.
Well, so far, there are more turnovers by the Cougars than that first downs.
That's not a good stat to have. Tussing with the pitch, spins out of the tackle by Cockrell, gets across the 25 to the 26. And just like that play, Paul, that was a 2-yard gain, but he had to work hard to get that.
Yeah, Cockrell seemed to be there, was able to not be able to finish his wrap-up as Tussing was able to kind of get a limited gain with 2 yards. And, you know, really from our talk in pregame, I'm really surprised at the score right here. I really thought that Van Wert, you know, would come out with a little bit more confidence, even though they knew they were going to have an uphill battle against a strong team.
Smith will carry it out to the right side. A flag comes down as he goes out of bounds across the 40 at the 41-yard line. And we'll see what the penalty's about.
They're going to call a sideline warning actually on the Redskins, so that play's going to stand. So that's going to be the second first down of the game for the Redskins, and first time we've able to see quarterback Smith kind of get loose with some space. We knew he was a pretty good athlete. We knew Tussing was a pretty good athlete as well, but you know, they need to be able to get through that first line of defense against the Redskins, and that was a rare time where they were able to accomplish that.
Well, they pulled off a pretty good fake on that play, and that really opened up that sideline for Smith. He will take the snap, hands off to Tussing, who goes up the middle and falls forward for really no gain. He gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know what's impressive is we're kind of sitting right across from the line of scrimmage, and as soon as the ball was snapped, there was red across the line of scrimmage. They are getting penetration up front and really winning the battle in the trenches.
Well, and we talked about these defensive ends, that Thomas Shainline and how much trouble he gives opposing offenses all season long.
Yeah, and Will Rankin getting extended time on defense, normally just an offensive guard for this team. Senior getting some time.
Pass by Smith, tipped by a couple of Redskins before it falls incomplete. That was a pretty well thrown ball, but a lot of coverage over there for the Redskins.
Again, I really think that's really one of the underrated strengths of this team. The defensive secondary has a lot of experience. You got Lottridge coming back off of injury. You got Cody Morgan, you got Huffman, you got Ball back there, not to mention Cameron Locke. I mean, just a really, really talented and athletic defensive backfield.
Looks like the Cougars are changing the play on this 3rd down and 10. Smith takes the snap in the shotgun, fires it left side, and that one nearly picked off, as well as Henderson, who has had a habit of disrupting plays, got a hand on it.
Yeah, and I mentioned all the defensive backfield. Henderson's technically a linebacker, but really he's whatever this defense needs to be. You know, he could be a rusher, he could be a coverage guy, you know, really good athlete and strong, solid player for the Redskins, as the Cougars are going to be forced to punt once again.
And another one of those guys that offensive coordinators for the opposing teams have had a difficult time solving. And a timeout going to be taken here. We'll take a timeout as well. 35-0 in favor of the Redskins. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Minster Bank is celebrating 100 years of serving our local communities.
We are proud of our past and we look forward to a promising future.
Thanks for the opportunity to help our local businesses grow.
Thanks for letting us serve you past banking hours.
Thanks for letting us serve you and getting to know you personally.
Through our private wealth management department, we provide trusted investment advice.
Minster Bank's success and longevity is truly a testament to the communities and the customers that we serve.
Thanks for 100.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
And following the timeout, the Cougars set to kick it away. Locke stands back at his own 30-yard line awaiting the kick.
The one positive thing, the Cougars have yet to kick a punt that he's been able to field.
He will field this one, but a fair catch called for, and the Redskins will take over at their own 27. High school football on Game Face Ohio is brought to you in part by Telephone Service Company. Telecommunications, Service, and Community. That's TSC. They'll put it down at the 28-yard line, so that's where the Redskins will start their next drive. And they have had a lot of success offensively here tonight. 4 touchdowns for this offense as Morgan gets under center. Takes the snap, and the handoff is straight up the middle of the field, and it'll be John Eaton running down the center. He is inside the 10 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
And how about Cameron Locke able to eliminate the last possible guy to be able to catch John Eaton. Just a perfectly executed trap play up the middle. John Eaton extremely happy with his longest touchdown of the year, his 8th rushing touchdown, and everybody's getting in the action tonight for the Redskins as they're over 40 now.
One play and a touchdown for the Redskins as Meyer out to attempt yet another extra point. Hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 7:09 remaining second quarter, and the Redskins now in command 42-0. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Well, the Redskins have all cylinders firing tonight. John Eaton with a 73-yard run on the lone play from scrimmage for the Redskins on their last possession. He takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tussing loses the ball momentarily on the kick return, but brings it up across the 25 to the 27.
And again, to put things in perspective, how much domination this has been, that 73-yard run nearly triples the total yardage output by Van Wert, who has that 24 total yards for the game.
That's not a good half.
So, but just a tremendously well-blocked trap play, as we saw in the replay when we went away to break. Wide open hole, and Eaton usually looks for that tough yards between the tackles, and this time they were easy yards. He's able to show that he's got a little bit of a burst himself.
Smith will work out of the shotgun, has a back on each hip. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to the left. He will roll out to the right side, looking, now pitches, and not much there. And that one is shut down
Okay, we're going to watch this trap play for the touchdown as we'll go back to the replay. Get a chance to watch some of the line blocking here. Just nice double team on the nose and a kick out block right there by, I'll get the number here as we move on. Andrew Loudon. And just there's no tackles there for even Pending to kind of go up on. Very, very well done. You can't draw it up any better than that.
Three receivers to the left, one to the right on 2nd down and 9 for the Cougars. Smith back to pass, fires it out to the left, and it's incomplete. It falls behind his intended receiver at the 36. He was trying to connect with Crew there.
Yeah, and he's one of the leading receivers. Actually, Crew and Stoller both came into the game with 22 catches. Obviously, everybody being held in check so far for the Cougars. The first play, actually, they tried to run that, for lack of a better word, triple option again, where it was a zone read, shuffle pass option. It was perfectly defended. All the Redskins maintaining their keys on all 3 options.
Tussing up the middle of the field, brings it to the near side, across the 40 to the 45, and he'll go down near midfield at the 49-yard line. Another first down for the Cougars.
And that's their 3rd first down of the game. Actually, I kind of thought we'd see a little bit more of this. You know, it's a trap play themselves that he bounces to the outside for a nice run, gets them near midfield. This is their best field position since they ran the opening kickoff to the Wapak 49-yard line.
Right. They're hoping that things don't go the same way as they did after they had the ball at the 49-yard line, because they went backwards on 3 plays. Here's Tussing again. He's across midfield to the 47-yard line, make it the 48. And Paul, you don't want to forget to follow Game Face Ohio on Facebook and Twitter. That way all of the latest information can be sent directly to you.
Well, one of the things that we really do on social media, Dan, is, you know, our producer Todd Utrip puts together highlight packages, and the first way to know about those is usually through social media.
Mm-hmm. 2nd down and 7. Smith back to pass, fires it over to the right where it's caught for a first down inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. Salcedo on the receiving end there.
Well, we have word, there is one negative. We've found out that Cockrell, the standout middle linebacker, appears to have a thumb injury. He's getting it looked at right now, and we're hoping it's not too serious.
We'll see if we can get more information on that injury as the game continues, and we'll bring that to you if we can. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars at the 39-yard line as they move down to their best field position of the night. Here is Tussing right up the middle of the field inside the 35 to the 33-yard line.
You know, this one I thought we'd see a little bit more of Van Wert. You know, just kind of lining up and running the ball at them, using some of their quickness between the tackles. And, you know, they've started to have a little bit of success with by far their best drive of the evening.
6-yard gainer for Tussing on first down, brings up a 2nd down and 4 as we close in on 4 minutes to play here in the opening half. Smith getting pressure, rolling out to the near side, looking downfield, and now fires it down the near sideline where it's tipped and goes out of bounds. Dangerous throw there by Smith to the sideline.
Yeah, real tough for a right-hander to roll to his left hard to try to find something. Again, I really would like to see high school go to the college and pro rules where, hey, no one was open. He should be able to throw the ball away so that, you know, kind of avoid some injury. I don't know what the OHSA is kind of waiting on that. One thing I should mention as well, that Court Miracle is taken over for Cockrell at the middle linebacker spot.
So the Cougars will come to the line on a 3rd down and 4 now. And the handoff to Tussing. No, Smith with it. He will go to the right sideline, and he'll find the first down and more inside the 20 before going out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
So Smith with a tremendous hole read on that option right there. Again, he is a dynamic runner in his own right, averaging 6.2 yards a carry. the deepest penetration of the night down to the 15-yard line for the Cougars. But again, we've seen the Redskins all year, get really, really stingy here in the red zone.
Smith will again work out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. And he'll hand it off. Tussing looking for space on the right side. He's swarmed under.
As mentioned, coming in, there. Not only are the Redskins the top scoring defense, only giving up just over a touchdown a game, through 8 weeks have only given up 1 rushing touchdown on the entire season.
Yeah, this defense is the top defense in the WBL for a reason. And they have faced 2 of the best offenses in the WBL over the last few weeks.
Yeah, so that's a really important thing. The way that the rankings worked out was OG 2 weeks ago was the top-ranked offense. St. Mary's was the top-ranked offense the next week, and they were able to do the job against both of them.
Smith finds some space and fires it toward the end zone where it's caught, but they'll mark it at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, Hardiman, it looks like I thought he was in the end zone, but he came back to the football, and he must have caught the ball just past.
They have a flag down at the 20-yard line. We'll see what that's about. It looks like it's going to go against the Cougars, and that's the kind of night it's been for them.
Well, that's a killer. That was a great play right there, and that would have been pretty close. I can't really tell on our end zone cam. It's all for naught as well. Anyway, yep. So the Cougars had a really good chance to get on the board right there, but instead they're going to have to regroup, and they're looking at a 2nd and Auglaize County here.
Right. Ball all the way out to the 30-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and 25. Smith with time. Fires it down the left side, and it is off the hand of Cameron Locke and incomplete.
Well, that was either miscommunication between him and Nicholas Crew, the senior receiver, or just a really poor and throw ball. Crew actually had an opening on the little skinny post route on Locke, which doesn't happen very often. Well-thrown ball would have been 6 points there.
So now a 3rd down and 25 coming up. 2 receivers to each side for Smith. Takes the snap. He fakes the handoff. He keeps it himself to the far side of the 25, and he'll go down as he gets to the 23-yard line.
And Quinn Lockridge, who is out for a lot of the season with an arm injury, was able to make a nice tackle right there.
And it looks like the Cougars are going to try and get 3 here.
Yeah, Gavin Gardner is 3 for 5 on field goals on the year. This one would be a 40-yarder. He has made a 31-yarder on the season.
We'll see if he can get the foot into it well enough. It will come up short. So the Cougars not able to get in. Not able to get any points here before the end of the half. 2 minutes and 1 second left. And we want to remind you to check us out on the web at GameFaceOhio.com. There's full broadcasts of our games, game highlight packages, which are fantastic. And you can take a look at the upcoming schedule and the game recaps. All that available and more at the GameFaceOhio.com.
And it looks like we have a new quarterback in. Junior Aaron Huffman appears to be taking over for Cody Morgan, who not too often you see the starting quarterback with still time left in the 2nd quarter.
And the ball is loose and covered by the Cougars inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And there you see Cockrell.
And Gervin Ferkel, the Cougar who was able to jump on that fumble.
There's a loose ball, got loose from the tailback there.
Yeah, a bad exchange as we have a totally different lineup in there.
Right.
I talked about Aaron Huffman, but it looked like his wholesale changes there for the Redskins.
I think that was Brandehoff in at the tailback spot. But at any rate, the ball comes loose, and the Redskins defense forced back out onto the field. Smith out of the shotgun. And they hand it off. Coming to the near side. Not much there as that one was sniffed out well.
Corey Crawford able to defeat his block very, very easily right there. And all of a sudden, he was running. Hardeman was running, and he just looked up and he saw, that big monster there on the end, totally unblocked. And Crawford, athletic enough, even at his size, to be able to make the play.
So it brings up a second down at 12 as the Cougars go backwards on first down.
The Cougars had a lot of success that last drive, specifically when Smith pulled on the read, but again, that is a read.
He will keep it himself, and he's hit in the backfield, and he's going to be dropped for another loss. Making the initial contact on that play was Corey Crawford.
Crawford having kind of the game of his life so far with already a touchdown, a sack, a couple tackle for losses. The big junior coming up big.
So they'll spot it at the 21-yard line.
You can see the replay right here. Able to defeat his block right away. And Brown there, Henderson there, Hartman, and the host of the rest of the Redskins.
Smith, and he's under pressure, and he'll go to one knee at the 34-yard line. So a big loss and a fourth down coming up.
Yeah, Colton Brown in there to play as well. Coach Recker going to have to make a decision probably to go for it here from this distance. Under 20 seconds and counting here.
And they will not have.
Well, they're looking for the play right here, but there's always the option just to call timeout, get organized, and be able to run your play.
Game clock is down at 3 seconds as they snap it. Smith, under all kinds of pressure, rolls out to the right. Looking downfield, he'll fire it toward the end zone, and it goes off the hands of Huffman. Incomplete, and the half is complete. 42-0, the Redskins in complete control here at Harmon Field. We'll be back with a halftime show coming up next. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
For over 100 years, the Stolly Insurance Team has been looking out for you.
We have access to major insurance companies all over the country.
And together, we can customize an insurance program that will offer you the best coverage for the best premiums.
Let us look out for you. Give us a call for a personalized proposal today.
Proudly featuring Motorist Insurance, Stolly Insurance in Lima, Wapak, Salina, and Lakeview. Representing Motorist Insurance Group and other fine insurance companies. Stolly Insurance.
We are state of the art.
We are professional.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day. We are service you can trust.
We are here for you.
With custom fabrication, a variety of roofing options, and exceptional roofing knowledge and expertise, Frost Roofing is committed to providing top-notch quality service on every project. To learn more, visit us online at frost-roofing.com and follow us on social media.
Halftime here at Harmon Field with the Redskins in command by a score of 42-0, and let's take a look at how they got to that score. Redskins got started early at the 6:47 mark with a 64-yard drive, ending with this 6-yard run by Cody Morgan. The Redskins got into board quickly again on this 15-yard interception return by Corey Crawford for the touchdown, their second of the night, and then right back into the end zone again at the 2:38 mark in the first quarter on this 66-yard run by Cameron Locke to make it 21-0 in favor of the Redskins. That's how the first quarter ended, but the Redskins picked up right where they left off. An 8-play, 63-yard drive ending with a 1-yard run by Keaton Metz, helped out by a 41-yard catch by Cameron Locke on that drive. Then 3 plays and 22 yards later, they connect here on this 11-yard touchdown pass from Morgan to Henderson. That one set up by a fumble on the kickoff. And then John Eaton turned on to Burners on this 73-yard touchdown run that capped the scoring for the Redskins and put them in the locker room up 42-0. So the Redskins in complete control on the scoreboard. Paul, how does it look statistically?
Statistically, about the same way. You know, the one that's going to be a little bit misleading is first downs is only 6-5 advantage for Wapak, but part of that is because they've been scoring really long touchdowns. Overall total yards, 293 to 79. The Cougars were able to get some movement on rushing late in the first half, but obviously they've yet to put anything together that of substance that Coach Recker would really like. Over to individual, Morgan a perfect 5 for 5 passing for 96 yards and a touchdown. Henderson has 3 of those catches. Locke has a 41-yard reception, as you mentioned. Rushing the ball, Eaton with 80 yards and a touchdown. Locke with 62 yards and a touchdown, and Metz 42 yards and a touchdown. Obviously spreading the love there for the Redskins. Over to Van Wert Smith right now, only 5 for 14 passing for 17 yards. And Tussing has 40 yards and 11 carries, and Smith 22 yards on 8 carries.
The Redskins with the 42-0 lead here at halftime, and we have a couple of minutes before the start of the second half. It gives us an opportunity to step inside Sadler's Schoolhouse as we take an in-depth look at one of the plays from the first half. And we're going to focus on a 66-yard run by Cameron Locke.
And it all starts with tremendous blocking. Right here you see Rankin and Fanning down blocking, but it really comes to play with the down block of the tight end Smith and then the wingback Henderson. Now you see Locke kind of going to do it on his own, making a guy miss, and then he's just going to explode and go the rest of the distance using his explosive speed.
Excellent blocking up front by the Redskins, and they have had all kinds of success offensively. They've got it done defensively, and that's why they're sitting atop the Western Buckeye League. The second half is coming up. The Redskins on top 42-0. You are watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Strength is about so much more than the body. It's about being together, serving, sharing, and caring for those around us. It's about keeping score in the heart rather than on a scoreboard. Be a part of a community that builds more than your body. At the Wapakoneta Family YMCA.
Here for the start of the second half at Harmon Field in Wapakoneta, and we have a few seconds before they kick this one away. Let's take another look at the catch by Henderson in the end zone, where he had great concentration, Paul, pulling the ball in and then getting the feet down.
Yeah, just in case Coach Recker wanted to throw the red challenge flag on that, we got a really good look on how he's able to tap his feet, even though you only need one in bounds here. But you can see he's in the air, gets the feet down there on the sidelines. He's got possession of the football. A tremendous football play there by Henderson.
And a nice job of getting us another look at that one. The guys in the truck doing a great job tonight. Well, bad news for the Cougars. The Redskins deferred, and they will get the ball to start this second half as they the last thing the Cougars want to see is that Redskin offense back out on the field again.
Well, I have a feeling it's going to be a totally different offense. It looks like the JV kick return team is here as we have Maddox Lyles is deep for the Redskins.
Now the Cougars set to kick it away. Gavin Gardner has it teed up at the 40-yard line. We'll be right back here at Harmon Field next week to conclude the season. That one fielded inside the 10. Coming to the near side across the 15 to the 20. And that will be the end of the trip for the Redskins.
Well, the one play that this group had before, the JV offense, and we'll try to make sure we recognize as many people as possible. But Aaron Huffman, obviously an experienced player, started some games last year at quarterback as a starting defensive back for this defense. Him and fullback sophomore Nolan Brandenhoff had a miscommunication and fumble last time.
Huffman with the handoff here. And that, well, I mean, not a lot there. Lyles with the carry up to the 21-yard line. Be a loss of a yard on the play.
And obviously, you know, both teams, you can't really blame either team right now for doing what they're doing right now. Coach Moyer, you know, going to rest his starters and get an extended look at some of these young guys given the situation. And Coach Recker, you can't blame him either. You know, he wants to get, you know, some repetition for his rather young team as well.
Right.
You know, this defense only starts 3 seniors. And, you know, they're still playing for, you know, a lot of pride and, you know, have a big matchup next week against St. Mary's.
Handoff off the right side up to the 24-yard line. Brandenhoff with the carry there. And Paul, we talked about this team with Coach Recker before the ball game, and all these juniors that he's got out there on the field gaining experience every week. And next year they come back as seniors, and it looks to be a good group to work with next season.
Yeah, and they took their lumps a lot last year as sophomores. You know, most of them still playing. You know, a lot of Letterman as juniors on that field for them right now. And, you know, they took, you know, some steps forward this season and hope to take, you know, even bigger steps next year.
3rd down and 8 now. And it'll be Lyles to the near side of the field. He's tripped up at the 30 and run out of bounds, close to the first down marker. We'll see if they mark it.
It's going to be close. Now it looks like they're going to give it to him. So, you know, first down here for the Redskins.
Nice run by Maddox Lyles to pick up the first down on a 3rd down and 8.
And that's the same off-tackle play that they ran to the left so successfully on that first drive with Keaton Metz.
Upman will bring him to the line. Pitts wide to the near side left. And there's a run up the middle of the field. Brandenhoff will get across midfield, and he'll go down near the 45-yard line on the Cougars side of the field.
And Nolan Brandenhoff showing, you know, a little bit of burst right there from the fullback position. And a nice job by the center right there, number 79, John Bourne, again a sophomore.
Brandenhoff, a sophomore as well, 5'11", 180. Huffman comes to the line of scrimmage. He'll be under center. Lyles and Brandenhoff in the backfield behind him. It'll be Brandenhoff again, this time off the right side. He'll be stacked up and brought down at the 41-yard line. Gain of 4 on that first down carry.
And we should mention that despite the first down, the clock is not stopping given the new OHSAA rules. With the lead being more than 30 points or more in the second half, it is now a running clock.
So we're closing in on 8 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter as the Redskins come to the line of scrimmage on a 2nd down and 6. Huffman looking to the sideline. 2 receivers to his left. That's Miracle and Pitts. And the handoff, Brandenhoff. And he's going to be hit and dropped at the 40-yard line. Gain of about a yard. Now they'll mark it up to the 39, so 2 yards on the play.
And nice tackle there by Nick Gutierrez for the Cougars. Able to get into the legs, and we do have a player down. It looks like Bear, number 57, is down.
And the trainers will come on and take a look at him.
Yeah, Bear.
He's one of those seniors that you were talking about.
And he's playing 2 ways for them. Generally a starter here on defense, but again, due to injury, he's also playing starting at center.
Well, not the only injury we've seen in tonight's ball game. The linebacker for the Redskins, Jared Cockrell, suffering an injury to his hand in the first half, and we saw him icing it down as they came out to start this second half.
Again,
that's
leading
a
tackler.
Big loss.
Yeah, leading tackler for that Redskin defense.
And we'll hope that he'll be okay. And they will get Bear up on his feet here.
And Bear, I believe his father, also a Cougar alumnus, Seth Bear, also on the junior high coaching staff of the Van Wert Cougars.
And we'll hope that he's okay. So a 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Redskins as they have the ball at the Cougar 39-yard line. Huffman will bring the offense out onto the field. High school football on Game Face Ohio is sponsored in part by G.A. Windsor and Sons, the original recyclers. Pitts lines up wide to the right, and it'll be Miracle wide to the left. Handoff, Lyles to the near side. He's going to get to the 35 where he's hit and dropped. It'll be close to another 1st down for the Redskins, and it looks like they have it.
Second straight 3rd down conversion running that same play. Maddox Lyles running hard off that left-hand side.
Those are difficult to swallow if you're that Cougar team, because they have put you in a situation where you're in a 3rd down and then to give it away. Difficult. So under 7 minutes to play here, 3rd quarter. Pitts and Miracle line up wide to the right. Huffman will hand off. Brandon Hoff off the right side of the 32-yard line. Gain of a couple on 1st down.
So as mentioned before in the pregame, with a win tonight, which looks very likely, Dan, the Redskins will clinch at least a share of their first Western Buckeye League title since 2006. They have a chance to win it outright with a victory next week unless Kenton happens to fall down Salina, which they could clinch that this week then as well.
Huffman under center on a 2nd down and 8. Here is Lyles again to the left side. Hit as he gets to the 30, and he'll lose the ball. It'll go out of bounds at about the 26-yard line.
Nice block there by Stone Schneer, number 59, junior for the Redskins, as they're really working that left side.
So a 3rd down and short now. Only 2 yards to go this time on 3rd down for the Redskins. And we're closing in on 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Huffman is under center. He has one receiver to his right. And the handoff to Brandy Hoff, who goes off the left and picks up the 1st down to the 26. Excuse me, it's 22-yard line.
And Zach Price was right there to make the play on Brandon Hoff, and he was unable to take down the sophomore. So, you know, they're pretty confidence-inspiring drive here for the youngsters put in here by the Redskins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this offense hasn't slowed down at all.
Well, it has slowed down. They just continue to get 1st downs instead of touchdowns.
Lyles off the left side. He's inside the 10. He'll be brought down at the 8-yard line. Actually, they'll spot him at the 10-yard line. So, as the Redskins continue to roll, let's take a look at the WBL standings.
So, as mentioned, the Redskins undefeated and at the top. And again, can clinch here in Week 9 a share of the Western Buckeye League title tonight. Kenton playing at Salina tonight, not an easy game, but one that Kenton could potentially win. If that's the case, Wapak will have to wait till next week to be able to win the league outright.
So Huffman now under center on a 1st and 10. Brandy Hoff takes the handoff, and he'll be stopped after a gain of a yard.
Evan Williams able to come up, and you know, we kind of mentioned that this is you know, a young group that's in there, JVs, whatever. Again, that's a pretty young Van Wert defense over there. Evan Williams is a sophomore as well.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he is a starter, you know, he's kind of playing against, they're kind of playing guys the same age against each other right now.
Right. Well, and Paul, we're just looking at the standings there, and the Redskins, or excuse me, the Cougars come in at 3-5, but they're about 7 points away from being a 5-3 team coming into this game.
Yeah, they are, and that's why I was a little surprised, you know, of the spread of the score so far.
Here is Lyles to the right side. He's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
It's definitely, Coach Recker over on the Cougar sidelines really does have Van Wert going in the right direction. Unfortunately, that's not really showing in the game tonight. So, I really hope that, this doesn't damage the confidence of his youngsters a whole lot as they go into Week 10, with the chance to, salvage the season against another, good story, the St. Mary's Rough Riders. And Cougars have really mirrored themselves the last few years where they've had really bad years the last few years. But both of them really starting to be on the upswing this year.
Well, and I think you said it early on. They've already won more games this year than they have the previous 3 seasons. So that says something. As flags come down here before the Redskins can get this play off. And there you see our matchup in our bonus game next week, as this Van Wert Cougars team will be facing off against that Rough Riders team. And they'll be back home at Igris Stadium over in Van Wert. That's our bonus contest next week.
Yeah, always an interesting scene there. Obviously, it looks a lot different. Again, really similar to St. Mary's. Both of them had old schools there, have been torn down, but the wall is still there from Van Wert, and a lot of history and great football has been played there over the years.
3rd down and 16. It'll be Lyles off the left side, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage at the 10, and that'll be the end of the trip. So 4th down coming up.
So, well, the one drawback usually when you go to JV offense is a lot of times you don't have JV special teams very well. So, Coach Moyer going to keep the offense out there because there very well may not be a JV PAT team.
Well, and this is a Wapak team that has a huge advantage over a lot of other high school teams because of their kicking game.
It is.
Huffman is under center, 2 receivers to his right on a 4th down and 10. It is Lyles to the right side, and he gets down inside the 5, and he'll go down at about the 2-yard line.
Well, Lyles made a nice run at it, but the Cougars able to hold with only 55 seconds left. So, with the running clock, that was an over 11-minute drive for the Redskins. Something else we should mention, you talked about the kicking game being an advantage, but what else is an advantage is just look at the numbers of sidelines.
Right.
The Redskins dressing, I'd say well over half the amount of Cougars that are being dressed. So, a lot of excitement in this football program for the Redskins, and it's really showing with the numbers that dress on Friday nights.
And the Cougars bringing a pretty good crowd over there, Paul. I would say close to 100 folks over there made the trip over.
Yeah, possibly over.
Yeah. So I think there is some growing support for this football program. Tussing will take the handoff, and he's going to be stacked up near the line of scrimmage. May have gotten a yard on the play. Yeah, we want to thank our pregame pizza supplier at Astro Lanes, a great place to spend some spare time. They make an excellent pizza over there.
They do make an excellent pizza. It's just really kind of growing on us. We appreciate it, and again, a great place to go hang out for dinner, bowl with your friends.
Our statistician, A.J. Lisi, not in attendance tonight, and that explains why there was so much extra pizza left.
Yes, there is.
All right, 3 quarters in the books, and the Redskins in control, 42-0. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
TSC can save you money. How? TSC can save you money with Emerge.
What's Emerge?
The Emerge bundle plan. TSC will merge your phone, cable TV, and internet into one nice, neat package to save you money.
How much money?
A boatload. The Emerge bundle plan, only from TSC.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Come out to Astro Lanes in the Loft Bar and Grill, where you can find great food, good drinks, fun games, and of course, bowling. Lanes, a great place to spend some spare time.
Back here at Harmon Field for the start of the fourth quarter. And the Cougars with the ball deep in their own territory. A 2nd down and 8 from their own 4-yard line coming up. We should thank Adam Johns, who's helping us out with stats tonight.
Yeah, Adam Johns was part of our broadcast crew in week 1. Then Coach Moyer snared him to be able to help out with stats on game night. So he's able to help us back out again by giving us stats, because as we mentioned, we don't have A.J. Lisi here tonight, which gives us a lot less information, but as you mentioned, a lot more pizza.
That pass from Smith to Nicholas Crew incomplete near the 30-yard line. So a 3rd down and 8 coming up now.
Yeah, great work.
So Smith and the offense looking to the sideline for the play now. Trying to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. And Smith will keep it. He has some running room, takes a pretty good pop as he gets to the 10-yard line and falls to the 11-yard line.
Yeah.
No, they're pulling.
He has done a pretty good job running the ball.
He has, just hasn't had a whole lot of opportunity, but he's going to be just a little bit short of 4th and 1. And we should kind of mention that, not only is it the shadow of their own end zone, but it's also the location of the Wapak student section with appear to be in camo or hunting gear tonight.
Right. Yeah, they're hard to see over there, aren't they?
Yeah, they're over there.
Yeah. Tussing with the carry, and he is going to fall forward. Looks like he has enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, obviously, I'm not sure you'd call that if the first team defense is out there. But, again, I don't blame Coach Recker one bit. You want to get a little bit of confidence for your team. So deep in your own end zone, going for that 4th down, you're down 42. Let's try to make something positive happen.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if he was always with him or not.
Well, and we've talked about it. A lot of these guys are going to be back next year, so why not get them the reps?
Kick.
Hand off to Tussing. He goes up the middle to the 16-yard line. So a gain of a couple. I want to remind our viewers that the game day giveaway presented by the Wapakoneta Daily News and Game Face Ohio coming up, and they do this before each game. Next week it's Spirit Towels, Paul. So get down early. They'll be partnering with the YMCA next week, so there should be a good crowd on hand.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're generally one of the first 300 here.
Mm-hmm.
That receiver's going to block him on Keel right now.
Here's the pitch to Tussing. He comes to the near side. He's across the 20 and knocked out as he gets to the 23-yard line.
Nice tackle by Dallas Ambrose, shedding his blocker. We called his name a lot on special teams, but he was engaged by Crew, and he was able to shed the blocker and make the open field tackle.
So a 3rd down and short now, and this is more the type of down that this Cougar offense likes to run out of.
You can see the replay again. Nice play going right through the thigh pads like your coach too.
Smith will keep it himself, and he escapes up across the 25 to the 26 to pick up the 1st down. So under 9 minutes left in our game here.
And again, as mentioned before, but worth repeating that even though it's a 1st down, clock continued to run because of the OHSA rule.
High school football on Game Face Ohio is brought to you in part by Minster Bank, financial solutions for a lifetime. They're now celebrating 100 years with branch locations in St. Mary's, Wapakoneta, Minster, New Bremen, Sydney, and Troy. Out of the shotgun, and that one goes off the hands of Smith and over his head, but the play stopped.
Well, if there's any time that it was fortunate to have delay a game, apparently that was it.
Yeah, there's very rarely a time when you want to have a penalty flag, but in that situation, it was fortuitous. So 1st down and 15 now coming up for the Cougars.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a game that's only had 2 possessions and a half, but this may happen with this running clock.
Yeah. 2 receivers to each side. And some subs in there for Van Wert is Chris Hart with the carry there up to the 25-yard line.
As we mentioned at the top, this Wapak the Wapak team is being recognized throughout the state. They are up to 4th in the state poll in the state of Ohio in Division III. Again, this is just more for recognition. It has nothing to do with the playoffs, which we'll take a look at a little bit later. But another one to point out there, Trotwood Madison and Western Brown, 2 other teams that are in the region of Wapak.
Pitch out to the right side to Hart, who does a good job of just getting a hold of that ball. He'll get back up to the original line of scrimmage, and a 3rd down and long coming up for the Cougars.
And I should mention in at quarterback now is number 2, Caleb Fetzer, a 5'8" sophomore for the Cougars.
I've been trying for 10 plays.
So again, now the Cougars are getting some fresh jerseys on the field as well. They've got kind of a mix because Crew, one of their receivers that starts on the varsity squad, out there still.
Well, if you look at
and some younger players as well.
Again, if you look at the bodies over there, there's not really that many guys in numbers for the Cougars over there, so they just don't have the depth that the Redskins have.
And a penalty against the Redskins pushes the ball up to the 33-yard line, so now a 3rd down and about 4 coming up. 4 receivers out there. High snap, but Fetzer keeps it himself. He'll go off the right side. Looks like he's got the 1st down up to the 39-yard line. So a conversion on 3rd down for the Cougars.
And for a play that started so deep, they put together some 1st downs and all the way out to the 40-yard line, but still a long way to go if they wish to get the 1st points of the night.
Fetzer out of the shotgun, has Hart on his right hip and 3 receivers to his left and 1 receiver wide to the right. And he fakes the handoff and then lost the handle on it, and he'll fall on it back at the 36-yard line. So,
as good as this Wapak defense has been, only giving up 7 points a game, it's kind of surprising. They've only had 2 other shutouts all year, against Elida in week 3 and then against Defiance. Otherwise, some teams have actually gotten some touchdowns here and there. Here we see the replay. Again, sometimes when you're running that read option, you're going to have some of that until you get some chemistry between the players.
Fetzer works out of the shotgun here. They pitch it out. Hart looking for the corner, and he's going to run into a wall at the 39-yard line. Coming up and making that stop with C.J. Young. High school football on Game Face Ohio is brought to you in part by the Wapakoneta Daily News, keeping you up to date with all the news, sports, and information you need to know. Subscribe to the Wapakoneta Daily News today. So a 3rd down and 11 now in front of the Cougars. And Fetzer will roll out to the right, getting a chance to throw downfield, fires it over the center of the field, and it's nearly picked off. Nate Elsass diving in front of that pass. As we take a look at that last run by Hart, and you see the stop there by Young. Nice takedown.
I think it's 2 points in wrestling, isn't it?
It looked like it. Unfortunately for the Cougars, it doesn't count as any points here.
No, it does not.
Now down to just over 3 minutes to play here in this game. And a 4th down and 11 coming up for the Cougars. And a timeout going to be taken by the Cougars here. And let's take a look now that we have a break in the action at the polls for the state rankings.
Now, these computer rankings, these are what determine the playoff spots. The top 8 teams qualify for the playoffs out of the regions. There you see the Redskins are comfortably at the top right now, and if they started right now, they would play Bellbrook, and they would host that first game. Now, things change quite a bit. They're going to get some decent points with this 3-win Van Wert team. However, next week they're playing, at least for now, 1-win Shawnee team. Other teams have the potential to be able to catch up to them, even though you keep winning. You could be caught, but the Redskins statistically are a pretty sure bet to be hosting a game here in Week 11, and we plan on being here to broadcast that.
Sounds like a plan. Well, the Cougars going to be forced into a punt situation here on a 4th and 11 at their own 39-yard line. So your dream of a 2-possession half is going to have to come to an end, Paul.
Unless Coach Recker really rolls the dice and, and calls a fake right here.
The punt is away. And Lyles will field it at the 31-yard line. So it will go over to the Redskins.
Well, the Redskins have had a lot of hard-fought wins tonight, and not that they didn't fight hard this one, but this one was not in doubt very, very early.
Well, they got a touchdown offensively, and then were quickly handed another touchdown on the interception by Crawford on a 15-yard return. So the Cougars kind of found themselves in a hole before they even got started.
And one of the things that Coach Recker really wanted to do is play with some confidence, and you play with confidence when you come out and have success early, and they definitely did not have success. And obviously you need to credit the Redskins because they have dominated this game in every aspect of the game. And it's a fun game when your starters are on the sidelines, kind of chatting it up with the position coaches and their other buddies that we can kind of see the Redskins players doing right now.
Tyler Copeland comes in at the quarterback spot, and now a big run down the center of the field. And the Redskins will move the ball inside the 15 down to the 10-yard line. Huge run ripped off there by Marcus South.
Yeah, the sophomore, his second carry on this drive, 5'11", 170 pounds, able to hit the big play. And we'll see if there may be some points yet to be scored in this game. You can see just a basic little trap play, similar to the play that Eaton scored the touchdown on. Chased down from there by Hunter Pearl.
First down for the Redskins, and a handoff goes to the left side, escaping one tackle in the backfield, and going out of bounds on the far side is Zach Chambers. Chambers is a junior running back.
By the way, we should make mention that last run was 54 yards by Marcus South. And we do have a player down.
And that looks to be David Stewart, sophomore tight end, a defensive lineman. And we'll take a break while they take a look at the injured Redskin.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
When you see an orange truck, you think GA Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because GA Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, GA Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, think green.
As it looks like the Redskins have gone into victory formation. And we've seen last week Coach Moyer calling off the Dogs in a situation where they had a chance to add points on.
It's a classy move, but one thing I need to mention, Zach Chambers as a safety guy, that's as deep as I've ever seen a guy in a victory formation.
He just doesn't want to have to walk that far to get off the field.
He's a lot closer to the handshake line right now. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. So Copeland will take a knee. We will be back here at Harmon Field next week as the Shawnee Indians come in. And the Redskins will try to go for the perfect season.
And again, I'm not sure you're going to see a jubilant celebration as much as you might, but these Redskins have made history. They are going to clinch their share of the Western Buckeye League title, the first since 2006. This would be the 8th WBL title in school history.
And the Redskins come off the field after a impressive 42-0 victory over the Western Buckeye League's Van Wert Cougars. We'll be back to wrap this one up. Stay tuned. The postgame show is coming up next. You've been watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
We are state of the art.
We are professional.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day. We are service you can trust.
We are here for you.
With custom fabrication, a variety of roofing options, and exceptional roofing knowledge and expertise, Frost Roofing is committed to providing top-notch quality service on every project. To learn more, visit us online at frost-roofing.com and follow us on social media.
Now, welcome into the Game Face Ohio post-game show. After a tremendous victory for the Wapakoneta Redskins, they finish off the Cougars by a final score of 42-0, improving to 9-0 and 8-0 inside the Western Buckeye League, and sending Van Wert to a 3-6 record and 3-5 inside the league play. And more importantly, Paul, they take home a share of the Western Buckeye League title tonight.
Yes, their first since 2006, and this would be their 8th Western Buckeye League championship. As of right now, it's only clinching a share. They could win it outright tonight. Kenton, you will obviously know the results when you watch this. Right now, that game's still going on. It's a pretty tight ball game. But if Kenton is able to prevail, they will still need to win next week against Shawnee to clinch the title outright.
Well, and they'd certainly like to finish off this season 10-0 anyway, so that just a little bit of added emphasis to do that. But the Redskins tonight with a dominating performance, and let's take a look at the stats from tonight's ball game.
Yeah, and the stats will show that as well. The Redskins with an amazing 346 yards rushing. Again, coming into the game, the Cougars were second in the Western Buckeye League in defense against the rush, only giving up 103 yards per game. So the Redskins, really exerting their will on the line. Total yardage, obviously, 442 to 117. Is really all Redskins tonight.
And really another dominating performance by the defense for the second week in a row, holding their opponent under 120 yards of total offense. You can't say enough about how good this Wapakoneta defense has been this year.
Yeah, so they registered their third shutout of the year, and their points per game is actually going to reduce from 7.4. And in that vein, we decided to give our player of the game to a defensive player, that being junior Corey Crawford. Corey actually had 6 tackles, even though playing in a half, and you'll see one of these right here on one of his tackles for losses. He had 3 tackles for losses. He also had a sack, and he also had the very memorable second score of the game, as you'll see right here, with the interception return, reading that screen, and is able to one-hand the ball and high step into the end zone.
Pretty agile for a big fella. Your player of the game brought to you by Owen Kitchen and Bath. For all of your kitchen and bath projects, call Owen Kitchen and Bath, featuring cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't. The Redskins improved to 9-0 with a 42-0 win here tonight, and we'll take you out with highlights from tonight's ball game. I want to thank all the crew and our sponsors for allowing us to be here. Again, the final score here tonight, it was the Redskins 42 and the Cougars nothing. For Paul Sadler, I'm Dan Hearn. Thanks for joining us, everybody. You've been watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
Come out to Astro Lanes in the Loft Bar and Grill, where you can find great food, good drinks, fun games, and of course, bowling. Astro Lanes, a great place to spend some spare time.